What's up, gamer husband and Peseta? What do you think about the famous Game 5 Juggernaut pick? It made sense when he picked it. I think there were a lot of reasons that it could have worked. I don't know Jug well enough to know how I feel about his item choice. I personally think Jug is a worse lifestealer. Yeah, how many times do I have to claim this? I guess 24 times? There we go. Fucking Shane. I mean, I guess I should probably, like, consider playing some SF, but I was also enjoying playing IO. I guess I shouldn't be doing this. I should be like... Orc is freaking out about no ags. Yeah, I mean, once again, I don't play enough Jug right now. Like, obviously, Satanic thought Ags was not very good, and that he needed to all-in the Omnislash. That was, like, clearly his approach to the build. And, I'm not gonna be, like, overly invested in what I don't understand. I would think Ags would be good. But... I don't know. Is Wife Stealer broken now? Clearly he's a good hero. He's like... I think the only melee carries that are good right now are Radiant Spires. And maybe Sven. Did you enjoy TI? I think this TI was like the most exciting TI since like OG, to be honest. I think the game quality at this TI was like insanely high. It was super enjoyable to watch. I think like the average series was like incredible. I've realized I handle being very far ahead or behind as a support very badly and end up buying Midas. Could you make a video about changing objectives in those scenarios? I mean, I think that's like a tough video to make. I think it's an interesting topic. I would more so need to understand why you default to Midas in those situations. It sounds like you're not really sure how to handle the situation and you have like a default of Midas. I think it kind of like... I guess it sounds like what you're already acknowledging. It like comes with like a limited understanding of like what to do, and then you just default to Midas, and you're saying that that's probably not helping. I think that that's like a pretty like complicated subject, I guess you could say. Like knowing what to do when you have the whole map to yourself. I guess my quick tip I would give is that when you're ahead, your goal is to consume as much of the map as possible. So whatever allows you and your teammates to advance further onto the map is the items you should be buying. And when you're behind, your idea is to break out onto the map. So that can either be by buying like initiation items to find pickoffs, or buying like elusive items to split push side lanes. So the whole map is about claiming control of areas, and that applies even when you're really far ahead and really far behind. There's no difference here. And there's no difference between that and like an even game. So I would argue that if you're going Midas when you're really far ahead, you don't conceptually understand that you're supposed to be able to push how far on the map you can go. And if you're going it when you're behind, you're also not thinking that. So I would like reframe your perspective of the game through that lens. And maybe you'll stop buying Midas. I will say that my Jug versus Lifestealer video... I'm actually going to pause this queue for a second. This is really fucking funny, guys. Let me show you this. This is like my highlight of TI in terms of like... I think it's really funny. Like something I would have never expected to happen. Where is it? There it is. I don't really care about like showing you guys the earnings. Look at this real quick. So this is my video from like 2 months ago. And it's called like, this is why Lifestealer is better than Jug. And the video had like no view. Like look at this uptick in views right here. And like the spike in the last 48 hours. This was like the spike right after TI. And it had like no views prior to this. I just think that's like absolutely fucking hilarious. You're living in the US right now? I live in the Netherlands. I'm originally from the US, but I moved to the Netherlands about 5 years ago. Like I've been here for quite some time. Picking Jug there was asking to lose. I mean, I respectfully disagree. I think there's a lot more to the game than the draft. Like, I think the draft mattered, and I think Jug may have not been the ideal pick, but you're also in a 10th pick scenario where that's been proven over the course of the tournament that the 10th pick is usually not very good because all of the best heroes are banned. So the 10th pick was often a hero that's like hyper situational. And I do think Jug made a lot of sense for the game. I think that game went 66 minutes and either team could have lost on 6 different occasions. So I think it's like incredibly dismissive and incredibly unappreciative of the game to say that the Jug pick was asking to lose. Like, I guess my biggest disappointment with the Dota community is the fact that like there's so many people criticizing the picks when that game was like, that series was a 10 out of 10, maybe even like a 15 out of 10 exciting series. The final game went 66 minutes or something. And people are like harping on the pick. I just think that's like partially psychotic, to be honest. Like I think that's wild. Yeah, Jugger into Darkseer wall. Yeah, but the big difference in that game was that Jugger had absolute free farm. He shut down the Darkseer much more than the Lifestealer shut down, I think, the Axe or whatever it was. So what the Juggernaut clearly offered was the early game lead and the early game control of the map in the bottom lane. He hit like really good timings. I would argue my biggest gripe with his build was going Manta into MKB. He was like trying to itemize against the Lifestealer, which I thought was a mistake. I thought that he should go like Treads Manta into like something that's good for him. Like I think if he got on like Butterfly Scotty kind of thing, it could have been really nice. It's like, yeah, your wall illusion's going to be strong, but like it is what it is. I think Disperser would have also been really nice that game because the wall slows through BKB now. And if he gets vacuum walled, he would want to spin into Disperser. So like I think there's like a lot of weird things about his build. I think the MKB was the weirdest choice to me, but there were a lot of people buying MKB over the course of the tournament, so there's like something he knows that I don't. That even if I think it's a mistake, there's probably a really strong reason. Yeah, I do read YouTube chat, not like consistently, but I do look at the chat. I mean, nowadays I don't have, like my chats don't move super fast. So unless I'm in the middle of a game, it's likely that I'll see your comment. But there's also like scenarios where chat doesn't tend to be very supportive, and I just don't really look at chat. So I guess my answer is yes, I look at chat, but it's not guaranteed. How's your Dutch coming along? It's kind of like taking a backseat in my life, but I definitely understand a pretty decent amount of Dutch. But I've never really made it, like, integrated it into my life properly. So it's advancing, like, very slowly. But, you know, my Dutch lessons nowadays are me having, like, a 45-minute conversation in Dutch. And it's, like, relatively surface level. But I really like practicing trying to explain stuff about what I'm thinking and feeling in Dutch. And I think it's really interesting because I've gotten better at it. Like, my sentence structure is pretty good and all that kind of stuff. I still mess up the inversions and all that kind of stuff sometimes. But I guess, long story short, it's slowly but surely progressing. It comes from disappointment. Yeah, and I think it's sad that people project their disappointment into, like, what is, my opinion, one of the most enjoyable series of all time. Like, I get, like, I felt disappointed that they lost. Like, I thought Team Vision, like, showed so much promise. I think Satanic has consistently underperformed. Like, if you consider how good he is on an average basis, I think it's really hard to argue that players like Satanic and Ame do not, like, I think it's hard to argue that they do not underperform when the game matters the most. I think nerves and mentality matter 10 times more in Game 5 of TI Finals than individual skill. Obviously, individual skill, if, like, significantly different, matters. But, like, you have to assume Yatoro and Satanic are pretty comparable in their individual skill. I think the difference between Team Spirit and every other team in the world is that they have by far the best mentality, like, not even close, bar none. OG at the time was the first team to really show this. And when you have the best mentality, you drop, like, 0% of your performance when you're at TI5 Finals. Or TI Finals Game 5. And I think, like, my observation is that Satanic, on numerous occasions, not just this time, and someone like Ame as well, their performance clearly slips. They don't look nearly as comfortable in the decisions that they're making. They kind of, like, start to play scared. They start to, like, fumble things. So I think it's undoubtedly that, like, Satanic dropped in terms of how good he was playing throughout that Grand Finals. And that Team Spirit did not. But that's, for me, that's like a testament to, like, just how good Team Spirit's mentality is, and why I believe that their mentality is rooted in Miposhka. I can't prove this, and maybe I'm just projecting or whatever, but it doesn't surprise me based on the history of Team Spirit that, like, when Miposhka came back as a coach, that they returned to the best team in the world. And I think there's a reason that they win TI and, like, EWC a lot of years, but they just, like, suck the rest of the year. Also, noticed items were not that great. I'm curious what you would have preferred him buying. I thought his items were pretty good. Maybe I need to remember. I mean, Refresher on Axe is kind of weird. I think his build-up was good, though. He went Helm Dom into Blink, into BKB. I think they were having lane issues at the time, so, like, this made sense. I remember him cutting a lot of waves, and he was 9-0. The Nullifier, I mean, did they have, like, what did they have that warranted a Nullifier? Yules and Darkseer, I guess, and Eon Disc. I feel like his items make a lot of sense. Lincoln's for probably helping the Jug and Invoker. I mean, I think his items make a lot of sense. The Refresher is probably the most confusing thing to me. I would be curious if he went Disperser instead of Refresher, how that would go. Or even, like, a Wind Waker, to be honest. They did have a Nullifier, though. But they only have one Nullifier. But, like, I think this Refresher was the first time that I would be confused about his build. I think his items looked pretty good otherwise. Why Manta? To deal with waves, like I said. most important objective in all of Dota, and I'll say this 10 times over, is creep waves. So when I see this, I trust that they were having issues getting creep waves out and making plays that way. And Manta is the best item on Axe to deal with that problem. I think that Miposhka won the drafting battle in most of the games. Like, even in the games that they lost, I think that Team Spirit... I think the first 3 games, they definitely won all 3 drafts. Like, that was my thought. Like, I was kind of validated by Puppy saying that he felt like they lost the draft in game 2 as well, even though they won the game. In game... I actually think Parivision won the game 4 draft. I didn't like Team Spirit's draft in this game. I think Team Spirit won every draft except for game 4. What is this? Why is it doing this? Refresher for a second BKB? That doesn't work anymore. Refresher doesn't work on items. They wanted to hold Lifestealer for a good amount of time. Yeah, that's what I mean, where, like, I have to watch the game back under a microscope to see if that ever happened. And if it did, then it was worth it, right? Manta is because Darkseer shoved all the waves. This sucks. I might have to re-queue and, like, pick all the roles. What's up, Henry? Hope you're doing well. I think Vision would have won if it was any other hero than Jug. I disagree with that. What did you feel after they picked Jug game 5? I thought the pick was reasonable, but the hero's just not that great in the meta. And I think overall teams were being stuck with like 10th pick kind of sucked throughout TI, I think. Like a hero like Sven would have maybe done better. But you don't really have an answer for Lifestealer if you go Sven. Sven's pretty bad against Lifestealer. But I thought they would pick Sven. I thought Sven was the best pick. But Sven had also been performing poorly throughout the course of TI. And I also hate playing Sven into Bane. And that may not be enough of a reason not to pick it, but I do hate playing Sven into Bane. Like, I would much rather be an agility carry with Manta against Bane than a strength carry. Also, I don't like Sven into Pango either. Like, I think Jug is... Like, if every hero in the game were equally balanced, I think Jug is one of the best picks in this scenario. Like, the Jug is what is accounting for this, right? Like, the reason they're 65% to win at 12 minutes is the Jug. Like, he was, like, absolutely owning his lane. Last pick was 4-0 in the finals. Interesting. When I was watching the tournament, like, I feel like the team that had last pick never won with last pick. Meaning, like, it wasn't like the last pick was so good that they won the draft. You know what I mean? I never really felt that. Like, I think this draft by Team Spirit was by far the best draft, actually. I thought this draft was genius, and they lost this game. I didn't actually see this draft as it played out. Anytime a team ended up with Ember versus Slark, I just assumed they lost. I'm pretty sure Slark was undefeated. Invoker was 0 impact all game. I'd have to watch it back. I don't know. Hard to say. Obviously, the numbers don't look great. They counterpicked Invoker pretty fucking hard, I will say that. Like, Pango and Lifestealer, like, the way to counter Invoker is BKB, right? And they just pick, like, Pango Lifestealer. So I guess it makes sense that Invoker would have pretty low impact. You have a support that can leap out of your shit. You like Invoker is countered by heroes with BKBs and heroes that can like move without buying items. So, because like he wants to like tornado, cold snap you, meteor you, and kill you. So, like even Mirana is good against Invoker, I would argue. But I'm also not an Invoker player. I just know what it's like to be miserable playing against Invoker, so. I mean, it seems like a lot of people have questions. Would you guys... you're probably going to say yes, just because it's like people tend to say yes to these type of questions. But I'm curious if you guys... I guess on a scale of 1 to 10, rather than a yes or no. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. How much would you like to see me break down my draft analysis of the finals? I have a hard support. Omni. I would have picked SF if...
5 seconds remain.
I don't think Omni IO is the way to go.
Your team must pick. Seconds.
I mean, I could just go IO. It's a pretty good IO game.
The choice is yours.
Oh, they have Doom. My impression of this game is we need a hero that just hits buildings. It's either Luna or Terrorblade, I think.
5 seconds.
I like Luna better. Why don't you have Slark in your pool? He's just not a very good hero right now. His only role is to counter Ember mid. Like, he can work, of course, like any other hero in Dota, but I just don't think he's very good. A lot of 10s. 8, 6. 7, 8, 6, 10, 5. Okay. I've considered making a draft analysis of the game. I think it's interesting to discuss.
The Moon Rider has arrived. We ride.
The bag in play.
Okay, but I need to focus up on playing this game.
It's not time.
I felt like we needed a hero for the team to rally around that also bought Manta. That was like how I felt about this game.
Yes.
Because
It's not time.
I need to like stand in front, but I also need to be able to dispel things. And when you have like an Omni Knight, you almost always want ranged. Like in an ideal world, I'm like SF.
Quickly now.
I don't love Drow against the likes of like Nature's Prophet because they can like TB behind you. So heroes that want to purely backline, I don't want to be.
On the hunt. On the prowl.
I personally think Effie is like a very knowledgeable panelist with very good insight.
Good plan.
I'd have to like watch the panel back again, but I personally enjoy that panel a lot.
For the night.
I could like go in depth about like
Go.
critiquing other panelists because I think about this a lot, but I think like overall the finals panel was very good.
Absolutely.
Like I enjoyed listening to it.
The battle
Yeah.
begins.
Piercing light. The dark moon. By starlight.
So he has Infernal Blade and
The night sees all. Let's go.
I think the most important thing about any pick you're offering as a replacement to Jug is would it have complete control of the bottom lane and free farm at 11 minutes? And if the answer is no, then it's probably not a good option as an alternative.
Attack. Absolutely. I'm under attack.
Radiant's courier
Let's go.
has been killed.
Let's go.
Healing.
Illuminated. Far the night.
Denied.
Bad luck. Quickly now.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Healing and hard.
Yes. What do you see? Hey! The night sees all. Yes.
I mean, he doesn't have brambles, so
Stalking.
not ideal that Omni pulled the way he did. I can't farm the wave because if Willow can just walk at me. But
By
okay,
starlight.
I'm gonna get this last hits for the neutral.
For Salamene. We ride.
I missed a wave for that, but there's really nothing I can do about it. So
Good plan. Weakling. Denied.
I can't help you if creeps.
Absolutely.
Radiant's courier has been
Let's
killed.
go. Come, Nova.
Oh my god, how did I miss?
Here. Yes. Stalking. Starlight. Let's go. On the
Was or
First blood. About
he's not contesting it.
yeah.
You won't escape. Who
You can pull
dares?
small here.
The night settles in. Yes,
Your tower is under attack.
on the hunt. Yeah. Lucent beam.
Nice, pretty big.
Good plan. Quickly now. Lunar light. Illuminate.
I took the second point beam so I can actually get these CS.
I'm not ready. We ride. By starlight. Far the night.
We can pull this again maybe.
Night sees all. Stalking. On the hunt.
I really want this neutral at him. Like really big.
Yes. Let's go.
I can't get it actually.
For
But I get to farm on a tower, so.
the night sees all.
Oh, I got the neutral at him because he got the tokens.
Who dares?
Can't really help him.
Absolutely. Red moon, lunar light.
Oh.
Good plan. By starlight.
I'm gonna need you to bring me something, I think.
Far the night. Let's go.
Yeah, my CS isn't very good, but my levels are good. And Luna is a level dependent carry. So.
Yeah.
She's obviously item dependent as well.
What do you see? Yeah.
Never refuse gold.
We ride. A harvest moon. Quickly now. Not yet. Yes.
Kind of knew, like, right at the beginning of this lane that the way... When Omni pulled by himself instead of laning with me, I kind of knew, like, this lane's not going to go very well.
With pleasure.
It's fine.
Regeneration!
Illuminating.
Radiant have fortified their structures against attack.
Good plan. For the night. Quickly now. Let's go. Yeah.
Want to get this solo XP if possible. Nice. Oh, I gave him XP there.
Absolutely. On the hunt. Oh. Unworthy. Yes.
Had to be super wary of Nature's Prophet.
What do you see? Denied. Stuck.
Oh, well, this sucks.
Is all.
Not much I can do about that one.
In the seven hells. The enemy attacks your top tower.
I could have just not laned. That's the only other option. Looks like it's mid-natures.
Is under attack. Your top tower has fallen.
I thought about this game was because I'm against natures and a hero like Wyvern that's going to rotate through the gate and Doom's going to get level 6. Like, there's literally no world where I stay in lane past Doom 6. So I have to assume I'm going to get booted out.
5 starlight.
But picking a hero that, like, buys early treads and jungles
Stalking.
was, like, the play.
The hunt. Poor thing. Let's go. The moon waxes and my piercing light. Yes.
Thanks.
We ride.
The enemy
Yes.
attacks your middle tower.
Here. By starlight.
Your middle
I kind of, because of the neutral I got, want to skip Mask of Madness and just go straight Manta.
Stalking.
I'm gonna try it.
faces a terrible
Yes.
test.
They will fear me. On the prowl.
The enemy attacks your middle tower.
Oh, it looks like it's mid-Kiz. I see.
What do you see? Let's go. On the hunt. Run them down.
Look to your top tower.
Lucent beam.
They seek an advantage.
Good plan. The light sees all. Absolutely. The sky alight. Into battle. Yeah. Quickly now.
Captured in the flame.
Stop. Let's go.
Come back,
Fire the night.
and I'm gonna kill you.
Hungry Nova.
Nice. That was a big TP by me.
Asha.
Kind of just had faith in my team there.
Illuminating. We ride.
I knew it.
Mana cię nol.
I'm dead.
This will
It's a
hang
huge
on
death,
your
actually.
attack.
This is really bad. I should have ran right. I was like, he's coming. I should be able to get out of this. And I left 2 seconds late.
Under attack.
I was like, not even close. Like, I left like 2 seconds late. That really sucks. Like, I literally knew he was coming, and my brain was too slow to process what that I needed to leave. It's a huge death, honestly. Like, that's a death that, like, lowers our win percentage by 10%.
The woods are unsafe. My work is not yet complete.
Really sucks.
On the prowl.
Look to your top tower.
Not gonna get there in time, so I'll just try.
Yes. Absolutely.
Might even be more than 10%.
Yes. Another death. Illuminate.
Not too worried about it, though. Nothing I can do about it now.
Heads up. Beautiful. The night sees all.
If I'm still getting to farm, then this is not too bad.
Let's go.
Which I am.
Far the night.
Jesus.
Salamene commands. Quickly now. What do you see?
They're on me top.
Here! Eclipse. Good plan. Lunar light.
Go.
On the hunt. I'm under attack.
Jaka 10 sekunda była?
Stalking. Let's go.
He's got like drums and shit, guys.
Catch.
I can TP mid here.
Salamene commands. By starlight.
Not on.
Oh my god, I'm like struggling to click creeps.
On the hunt.
It's nice that my team came and saved me. I
Taste my steel.
think if I was a bit more trusting of my team and ready for that, then we could have maybe turned that.
Piercing light. Attack.
Bow to your new lord.
F9, 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 F9.
Honestly, I'm just gonna remove people that I don't like reading their messages. I think in the past I only banned you if you're like overtly toxic. And now if I just don't generally like your contribution to the chat, I'm just gonna ban you because I don't have much else of a choice other than like I can leave you there, but I'd just rather not.
Here. I'm done being merciful. Yes. Into battle. It's not time yet. Yes.
You want me to leave what?
We
It's up to you. I'm fine to stay mid.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay mid.
Stalking.
Ja.
Absolutely. On the prowl.
I mean, the idea of Mask of Madness, right, is it expands your farming area. Like, you can kill more creeps, but, like, I'm not running out of creeps to kill. Like, I killed that wave, and there would have been no camps to farm. Like, Mask of Madness doesn't really have a purpose here.
Far the night.
Manta would,
Get invisibility.
increase my farming area on the map.
By starlight.
Okay.
I can't play this scared, so I'm gonna walk out.
Let's go.
Ready to react.
Illuminate. Illuminating. A new moon. Yeah. The night sees all.
Okay, they're on Underlord. We need to push
We
mid.
ride.
Go Doom.
That's the
On
person I don't want to react to. Getting going.
Manta style.
I think that's like an incorrect reaction by.
Heads up.
I think that's just like objectively the person that we don't want to save on the map.
Bottom tower is gone.
Heads up. Let's go. What do you see?
Huh.
Yes. Yeah. Illuminating. Yes.
Looks like Willow sees me here. Kind of need Hurricane Pike because I'm against Natures, I guess. We're like losing the map really hard right now.
Melee commands.
I don't know what else to say than my teammates are just really farming inefficiently. Like I'm like looking at the map and I don't really know what to do about this.
The night sees all. Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
I could also go Shadowblade to address this problem.
Absolutely. Or dark moon.
I'm gonna back now. I need to be very
For the
scared.
night. Fear the moon.
I'm gonna go Shadowblade.
Try to run starlight.
I think there's only one item in the game that makes me harder to kill here. I can connect.
Stalking.
TPing bottom.
We ride. I'm under attack. Absolutely. By starlight.
Look to your top tower.
On the hunt. Use it be.
Yeah, I just had to let my team make a move and eventually it'll work.
Good plan.
Uh-oh. I'm dead.
Quickly now.
I think I'm dead.
Has been slain in cold.
Am I dead?
Yes, help me.
I might actually live with like 5 HP.
Fire the
Wow. Sick, boys.
Dominating.
Let's go.
Killing spree. Double kill.
What attack for me?
Salamene commands. Is that it? Yes.
The
Slice.
enemy's bottom tower is gone.
Stalking. The night sees.
I think my offlane's a girl, so I probably shouldn't say sick, boys.
Death approaches. Yeah. For night silver. On the prowl. Yes,
I need to go to base after this wave.
we ride.
Значит, гони меня через 10 кейт.
Crescent
Я
steel.
могу в миде помочь, если кейс будет. Но у них сапы отвечают нам.
Yeah. Illuminating.
This game is all about connecting to fights and not dying in the meantime,
The
so that's why I
night
went Shadowblade.
sees all.
I might need to go Lincoln's so I can support the Shadowblade
By
mana-wise and
starlight.
stay on the map. I'm leaning towards Shadowblade Lincoln's. It seems like a meme build, but
Fire
I think the
night.
way this game's getting played, I need to get like 6 slotted, and this is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
I'll need all my other items to be damaged though.
Good plan. Let's go.
Dominating. Very nice.
On the prowl. go. Slice. What do you see?
I'm connecting to top.
Absolutely. Yes.
Ez is mid.
Illuminate.
With Wyvern dead, I think we can pressure this.
Trickster's rune of illusion.
Unworthy. We ride.
We want to back after this. Be careful.
Yes.
Be careful. Do not fight here, guys. They're all coming. They're all coming.
Brought to ruin.
It's not
Вроде тракт, был бы.
No, do not fight, please.
Живет?
I'm not ready.
If we get the jump on them, it's like really good. Like we did bottom.
Quickly now.
Time.
We should not be taking any head-on engagements here.
Slice.
I've learned with Luna, she's just really bad at head-on engagements. Unless she's like super far ahead. But you're just a hero that like farms so fast that you never want to force a fight.
Sharp and cruel. Attack.
Like if I'm hitting creeps like this, I feel very good about the game on Luna.
What do you see? On the hunt.
Maybe I don't need this Lincoln.
Good plan.
I can smoke into it.
Yes.
They're all missing. I need to be a bit careful.
Let's go.
I feel so much more comfortable if I have a Lincoln's.
Starlight. Let's go.
Radiant's courier makes the ultimate sacrifice.
By starlight.
Не зря так.
Blessed be the night. Blessings.
Mega kill.
Yeah, this is just how the fight
We
game needs to be played. I separate from my team.
Into back.
And then connect like this.
Far than
And as long as I'm not dying while I do that, we win the game. I have like a very clear picture of how this game goes, I think.
sees all. Ha ha.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I'm gonna walk through portal to top.
Blessed beam. Absolutely.
You are most gracious.
Yes. Slice.
This is like one of those scenarios where I just know that Luna's one of my best heroes. Because I just know exactly what's going on in the game, exactly how to build, and exactly how to play the map.
Stalking. Quickly now. I'm done being merciful. Yes. I'm not ready. Absolutely. It's not time yet. Who dares?
Бум в боте здесь. 10 секунд. Конца
We
концов
ride.
engage.
Could be bad. Might be bad.
Yes.
Oh, oh.
Industry.
Salamene command.
Oh.
Illuminate. Blessed be the night.
4 секунды.
He's dead. That ain't gonna work, my friend.
Loyal warrior.
Your middle tower is under attack. Now you must the enemy's middle
Good plan.
tower into history.
On the hunt.
So now that I can do my job, because I have Shadowblade to maneuver and Lincoln's to have resources, I buy an item that makes me do my job faster, which is Butterfly.
On the prowl. Let's go. By starlight.
The rune of invisibility.
Sees all. What do you see?
We're farming the whole map, guys. We don't need to fight them.
30 seconds gate, please.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not walking in there.
springs upon a loyal warrior. Heads on the prowl. Unworthy.
When you can use Manta to clear jungle camps, you know you're feeling good.
Red moon. Stalking. With pleasure. Let's go. Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack. Where will the line be drawn?
Gonna keep the quelling. I probably need I probably need the Hurricane Pike, or I kind of just get stuck.
What do you see? Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have a pretty big timing, guys. I'll have Butterfly, we'll have Underlord, Shivas.
Sees all.
Ember's dead. A little too far up.
For night silver.
Maybe you can be helped, actually.
We ride. Lunar light.
Oh, no.
On the hunt. I'm under attack. Who dares? Illuminating. Eclipse. Follow the night. Do not cross the dark moon. Absolutely. Not yet. Let's go. Oh, you're not going to beg.
Double kill.
Not even fucking close. I'm flow stating it up, boys. Flow stating it up. Not even fucking close. Not a single moment where I was like, probably dead.
Hia!
Not a single fucking moment.
Death approaches.
Flow fucking state.
Let's go. On the hunt.
I probably still need Satanic. Yeah, you can TBO.
The
You can't heal in
night
Fountain,
sees
though, so.
all. Unworthy. Let's go.
Until he gets
For
stunned.
dark moon. Heads up. Crescent steel. Illuminating.
That's terrible CS.
By starlight.
I probably still need
I heard
Satanic.
it.
Absolutely.
Can you come to steal them?
Butterfly.
I'm gonna connect to you guys, actually.
Yes. No mercy. Hia!
Oh,
Wait for me, top. I'm gonna Manta and then come.
It's not time. Stalking. Good plan. Taste my steel. We ride.
I'm connecting to you guys.
What?
The
the
rune
camp.
of haste.
On the prowl.
Coming.
Hia!
Might be really bad.
Yes, Didi.
Yes.
That looks really bad. If we can just get out, it's good.
Not yet.
I want to go for Roche. Can we go Roche
By
bottom?
starlight.
Yeah, we can. Wait for him, Jungle.
I don't want to give it to them. We can do it before 30, I think.
Catch.
We need a ward, though.
DD. Yes, DD.
Let's go.
I think that's fine. We need to just find the supports.
Fire the night.
Be careful of me getting cursed into you. That might be the problem.
Sentry.
For Salamene.
To the dive.
If the only way you guys die, I think, is me killing you with curse.
I'll split Bob, then I'll get you.
Guy's a fucking dragon. Oh, it's Doom's down bottom. He just like reaped this or breathed fire this wave.
Good plan. significant. On the hunt.
Someone lays blame.
The light sees all.
We're showing in 2 different spots. And Ember's in trouble, maybe? And mine is good.
Attack.
We can push bottom tower.
Into battle.
Cutting mid wave.
Selenene commands.
I think I will try to do.
This will hurt. What do you see? I'm under attack. Try to run.
Radiant structures
We
are
ride.
fortified.
They're cutting, so it's just this tower, and then we hit the back.
Stalking.
I'm gonna fix top after this.
Yeah.
I'm fixing top.
Tower is under
Quickly
attack.
now. They will fear me. Illuminate
Come back to you guys mid.
the hunt. Heads up. You won't.
Honestly, I think I just go blink.
Stalking. I'm not ready. We ride. On the prowl. Eclipse.
Does this like not hit her? What's going on?
His courier has been killed.
Sees all.
Help me, help me, help me.
Let's go. Lucifer. On the hunt.
That's the problem.
Fire the knight. Run them down. Here. Let's go.
The enemy's middle tower.
I have no TP for 2 minutes.
What do you see?
Time.
Yes. By starlight. Selenene commands. Yes. On the prowl. Heads up.
Yes, help.
For darkly now.
Can we smoke? Go to our Underlord. They'll not expect this.
This will hurt. Illuminating. We ride. Here. Incoming.
I'm looking in their triangle.
With pleasure. They will find my blade sharp and cruel. Not red moon. Come, Nova. Lunar light. Stalking. Let's go. Good plan.
Thanks be to you.
Piercing eclipse. Absolutely.
BKB on Doom use.
I could shut up.
I had blink, he dies.
Он умрет.
Nice.
Еще курсы нету, считай.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yes. I'm under attack. I'm not ready.
My Aegis is expiring. I think we should not fight this. Aegis is gonna be out.
The enemy's top tower falls to
Fire the night.
I cannot fight like this.
By starlight.
I just have this cane. I know what a bad fight looks like, and I just knew that was a bad fight.
Yes. On the hunt. Taste my starlight. Quickly now. No mercy. Absolutely. The night sees all. Illuminating. Good plan. Far the night. Yes. Slice.
My honest concern is just getting sprouted.
We ride.
I actually just died to sprout right now.
The hunt on the prowl. Here.
I'm running at them bottom, guys.
Let's go. Let's start. Salamene commands.
I don't know if Conjurers was the best item, but fine. They probably have Ward Sentry here.
Under
No,
attack.
беги, беда.
Who Salamene commands. Sky alight.
Kind of just died a fucking sprout right now, huh? What's the play?
Deceptive rule
Quickly
of
now.
invisibility.
Absolutely.
We don't want to like push high ground like this.
You won't
Careful.
escape. What do you
This game's all about if they see us or not, guys.
Yes.
I don't have Eclipse. I want to go on Doom top. Can I get a +1?
On the
10
prowl.
seconds.
Ember?
On the hunt.
I'm not with you.
I will get. Go, go, go,
Let's
go,
go.
go.
Piercing light.
Nice.
Attack. Let's go. We ride.
Guess I just do this for now.
Актив включу.
By starlight.
It's all about playing the map. You can't just walk high ground in Dota 2.
Давай, я помогу тебе, босс.
Stalking.
I honestly probably just need to buy Hurricane Pike. It's either Hurricane Pike or Wind Waker, like, unironically.
Rage quits.
Like, unironically, Hurricane Pike or Wind Waker are my two options.
Who dares? Fear the moon.
I'm kind of leaning towards Wind Waker. I think that'd be kind of sick.
Salamene commands.
But... probably a meme.
Far the night. Good
Не,
plan.
нет.
Let's go.
Трошан просто ждать.
Back. I'm just doing this to fuck with them. They're gonna react, I think. Yep, nice. Willow came back.
Under attack. Here.
Just like фраш.
I could honestly go sheep.
Good.
It's not even absurd.
A harvest moon. Yes.
The way my team's playing, we kind of just have no stuns.
Here.
Kind of down to go sheep, actually. Is that crazy? I think I kill anybody on their team in a sheep.
Into battle. Try to run. We ride. Yes.
They're on me, guys. They're on me.
Blessed be the night. Stop.
I might need help, actually.
Quickly now.
Come back.
Let's go.
Dominating. Triple
Rush up.
kill.
Go, chess.
It's not
I'm killing Roche, guys. Can we kill it?
It's not time yet. I'm not ready.
I'm buying a Wind Waker.
For celebrating.
Nice job, guys.
It's not time yet.
Comforting rune
Oh, he still runs faster when he doesn't actually throw you. That's cool.
By starlight.
I learned something new today.
Salamene command. Lucent beam. Immortality.
Claimed his mighty prize.
Unworthy.
I'll split bot, I'll have.
Absolutely. On the hunt.
I literally have to go an item that gives me a Dispel and gets me out of Sprout. Like, I don't see another option.
Illuminating.
Check.
You're in deep on Underlord. We got...
Let's go.
Middle barracks is full.
Dude.
I'm not
Radiant structures are
on the
fortified.
hunt.
Ready.
A harvest moon. Far than night. Illuminating.
No Doom.
The night sees all. I'm on to attack. On into battle.
Radiant structures are fortified. The enemy's bottom
Yes.
barracks has fallen.
The moon waxes and my mercy reigns. Yeah! Lunar light. Let's go.
Damn.
Ember.
This might have been one of my best played games in a while.
Ще могла.
I had that one death to Doom, though.
The true hero.
That one death was really bad.
Another death.
Really happy with how I played this game. My team owned as well, though. So, pleasant team to play with. I feel like when your teammates pick, like, Omni Knight Largo, you kind of, like, know they're going to be pleasant to play with, you know what I mean? Who picks Largo and then griefs, you know? GG.
Go the spoil.
Night Silver is safe once more.
We used to have real names like IX Mike. That's true. We did. My death to Doom was right here. We were at 69% chance to win when that happened. It actually didn't change the game that much. I would say that death did probably have a large role in this. So, yeah, it's about 10%. Is there a stoic quote you live by? I don't have too many quotes. That might be something I need to work on. I do think I'm pretty articulate about defining, like, the problems in my life, I guess you could say. I do like to like name problems. So like when I run into a scenario, I'm like, I'm gonna name the problem. So like in that game, I think the problem I recognized was the game felt really awkward, and it just felt like my team didn't really know how to play the map. And it doesn't mean I don't even want to say my team didn't know how to play the map. It just felt like we were losing the map, and that actually explains everything. Like look at this graph right here, right? When I said I felt like we were losing the map, this is like what the game state looked like. And I've learned in the past that when I feel like I'm losing the map, I often try to like overcompensate for what is happening in the game. I try to fix it and do something about it. And 90% of the time that you're losing on the map, it's either not your fault, like it's not within your control, or you don't know what you're supposed to do to fix it. Like meaning, even if it's something you could do better, which is fine to review later, there's like a lot of times where you just don't even know what it is. So I have to just accept that we're like losing the map. And I feel like a lot of people I coach also struggle with this, where you're like losing the map. You try to overcompensate, like force a play. I do this like all the time. Or, I mean, I'm doing it less and less, but I used to do it all the time. And I've just learned that you have to just like wait for the opportunity. You just have to like observe the map. Be like, okay, we're losing the map. I'm just going to like observe the map for an opportunity. Like, I'm just going to wait. And then like, this was the opportunity where we like killed 3 people bottom or whatever. If you guys remember that fight. So like, I guess a nice stoic philosophy here is like, when you're losing the map, just observe. Just observe. Just observe the map. Just observe the map. Keep an eye out for that opportunity. Yeah, it just felt like their strategy was to like throw shit on the ground and then me not be able to get out of it. So I feel like I would probably just Hurricane Pike and do another thing on the ground. That was kind of like what it felt like would happen. I think the big difference here conceptually is that like Hurricane Pike, when you're moving, you're still like in the map, right? So like I'll still run into brambles and stuff like that, even when I'm Hurricane Piking. But when I'm Wind Wakering, I'm like off the map, you know? So even if I travel over a bramble or whatever, that I'm not like taking damage or getting controlled again until I land. And also, like, a hero like Kez is really, like, you really want to buy Dispels against Kez. Most of the time, you don't need an extra Dispel on Luna because you have Manta and Satanic. But because they had Doom, I just didn't feel like Satanic was that great. I could still go Satanic in that last spot. Honestly, if they had their entire lineup without Nature's Prophet, I just go Satanic. Like, even against Doom, it's fine. Because then he has to Doom you. Like, literally. And if he has to Doom me, then I have, like, Omni Knight and Largo and shit, so I can, like, get out. So, like, Satanic is still nice there, but I could literally pop Satanic and just get sprouted. So, in that particular game, Satanic is just pretty underwhelming. And you can argue, like, well, what if you had Satanic plus Hurricane Pike? Well, then I'm, like, saying you're ignoring the map, basically, because, like, I went Shadowblade Lincoln so I could play the map. And this is something that you don't often, like, you don't see this in competitive, for instance, because the problem that's happening in the game isn't solved by one hero, right? Like, you can't, like, that's what I think is Luna's the best hero in the game for, is she can single-handedly solve the map if she has enough items. So the map felt really awkward. And I think, like, in a competitive setting, Luna would not be a good pick here. But, like, when I play pubs and I see that the map is going to be awkward, where what I mean by map awkward is, like, they have a lot of lane shove. It's really hard for me to ever show on lanes. They can, like, Doom me. They can Winter's Curse me. They can, like, Kez me. They can TP behind me. It's, like, really hard for me to show on lanes. So it's, like, a combination of them pushing waves and, like, me not being able to show on lanes. And so when I saw our lineup, the other option I could have gone for is, like, a playmaker that Omni and Largo follow around. But that also felt pretty bad against their lineup. They have, like, Wyvern counter initiate. Even Willow's hard to initiate onto. Doom's annoying, obviously. So yeah, I'm just giving thoughts. Would you say you're a better player than you were back in the pro days? Yeah, I'm 100% a better player. The quality of Dota players back then was way lower. And I think my mindset's way better nowadays. You know, it's like one of those thoughts you kind of have to shirk off. Not jerk off, but shirk off. It's like, I'm pretty confident if I had my mindset now. Back then, I would have made it. But now it's just a different time in my life. I don't want to say too old, but it's just not something I'm interested in pursuing anymore. But it's I now understand that like boomer feeling that like you look back on your life and you know what you didn't know at the time, and you know if you knew that, things would have been so different. But that's like a thought that crosses my mind, but I don't keep it for very long because I know like it's just not a helpful thought, you know. I do think I'm a better player now than I was before, though. How do you know which deaths are super detrimental to you winning the game? I actually talk about this in my recent YouTube video about TI meta. I would highly encourage you to watch that if that's your question. I know it's about the TI meta, but I go in depth about analyzing deaths.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Like, that's actually like a core part of that video. You're returning to Dota after 4 years? What's the first thing you should learn? I mean, the first thing you should do returning to Dota is, like, pick a hero, follow a build, follow that build blindly for, like, 30 games or something because you're so busy learning the rest of the game. Like, you're just kind of catching up to what the map looks like. And I think the biggest difference is, you know, the way people describe it is that the map used to be, like, a square. Now, think of it as, like, a piece of paper that's, like, folded over. I don't think Twin Gates were in the game 4 years ago. So, like, this takes you to here, right? So, like, the map is more of, like, a folded paper. I think the number one thing people need to get used to is, like, playing the map when you're coming back. So, because I think playing the map is, like, so important to get used to when you're coming back, I would pick a hero that you're very comfortable on. Follow an item guide. Like, don't think about your item. Don't think about your hero. Just look at the map, you know? Get a sense for the map. And then once you feel like you have a good idea of how the map looks and feels, then you can go back to, like, okay, what items do I... Like, you know, you can start thinking for yourself about what heroes you want to play and what items you want to buy. I think the most important thing is to just kind of learn the map. Black Widow, thanks for the year sub, my dude. Why was Treant banned? So Treant is, like, Undying in lane that turns into a bounty hunter later. So it's, like, this super defensive support that saves his safe lane, like he's strong in lane. He has a global spell that helps the other lanes. He also has a global spell, which if you don't take a tower, like the idea of chip damage not working on towers, like that's what Treant does. And he's always done that, don't get me wrong. But it's a combination of changing the way that towers work, changing the way that, like, it wins its safe lane most of the time. It wins other lanes at the same time. And unlike heroes like Undying, who predominantly turn into saves, Treant's like a save and an initiator on the map. So, long story short, Treant just has way too many like, every hero in the game of Dota 2, like, poses problems. Like, the enemy has to solve, right? Treant just has, like, 6 of those. And it's just kind of conceptually bullshit. Like, I think they can't nerf his numbers enough. I think you have to remove something that he does. Like, make Living Armor not global, or make his Invis not innate, back to the shard kind of thing. He just does too much. Like, the other way to fix him would be to make him have, like, 20 less base damage, but, like, I don't think... I think that they don't need him to do so many things in the game. I think it's just too much. Like, there are times where I think just fixing the numbers is, like, a good idea. Like, heroes like Necro, for instance, I think a lot of times you just need to fix their numbers. Like, that's what they did with Necro. But, like, I think Treant's in a state where stop adjusting the numbers. You need to actually tweak the hero conceptually. What do you do with role abusers? Kind of depends on what we're defining as role abusers. If a guy takes my role, like, say he marks support and picks carry, I would just report him personally. That's all I would really do. And based on the day that I'm in, I might, honestly, like, there's games like that where sometimes I would just prefer not to play. I think the problem with these type of situations is when you're say you roll queued for carry and somebody on your team picks carry instead of support. It's like, the onus is, like, now on you to, like, concede and, like, be a reasonable person. And I don't like that. I don't like that dynamic at all. So I try to view the situation as, like, objectively as I can. And say that this person has put me in the situation to decide to play off-role, or to kind of, like, effectively give up on the game. And honestly, a lot of times, I think it's better for my mental to give up on the game. Like, I would rather do that. And for me, it's like there's some days where I'm like, fine, I'll support whatever. But you know, it depends. If you're trying to maximize MMR, then you would probably just play support. If you're trying to maximize your emotional and mental energy, which I think is better, like I think that's a better priority to have. For myself at least, and I would recommend it to other people, then I would just kind of give up on the game and say to my team, hey guys, like, this sucks. You know, you took carry. I'm not a very good support player. I really wanted to play carry today. Like, I'm going to save my mental energy for another game. That's what I would like to do. I'm not to the point yet where I feel super comfortable saying that to my teammates, but that is, I honestly think, the best way to handle it. Booter, thanks for the 18 months. But if you're like talking about some other form of role abusing, which I don't like, you know, I don't know what other forms there are. Like, I mean, there are other forms, but like, I don't know which one you're referring to.
But I honor them with this.
Dominating. Double kill.
Yeah, slowly but surely, booty pig. I am still practicing Dutch here and there.
Haste.
Whether or not you think you can, you're right. Oh yeah, I totally believe in that. Yeah, I believe in the concept of that quote. It's a good quote. Whether or not you believe you can, you're right. I like that quote. It's a good one. Never heard it before. I like it though. Isn't that unfair to the rest of your team? So I've found that thinking in fairness doesn't help me. I try to look at the situation. Nobody's morally right or wrong. Nobody's fucking up. I just try to look at the situation as it is. So for me, the situation is this guy picked carry when he marked support. I'm now in a position where I get to either play the role, like instead of playing the role that I wanted to by queuing up, I'm now stuck in a position where I either have to play a different role that I don't really want to play, and or that I can give up on the game. That's like, for me, there's no morality to this. There's no, like, unfairness to it. That's the decision I'm in, and then I ask myself, you know, like, what do I think is the best thing for me? And I would totally understand if somebody else did the same. I think this whole idea of it being unfair to your team is like, it's just like putting the sole responsibility on you to like fix this situation. And it's just like a shitty situation. Like if somebody takes your role, it is just a shitty situation. So like, I understand that people think in terms of fairness. I've learned that I don't make good decisions when I think something is fair or unfair. It does not lead to like good decisions for me. So I'm just giving my perspective. And I think the best thing I can do personally is to, if somebody, you know, like, I want to be proud of my decision and stand by it. And if somebody asks me why I make the decision, I would tell them. But most of the time when you make a decision like that, your team just kind of blames you. And tells you everything that's like wrong with you. Like, you're an idiot, you're selfish, you're this, that, this. Your ego's out the roof. Stuff like that. But if they actually ask, like, hey man, why aren't you playing? Like, if they were to ask it like that, I would politely answer and say that I'm preserving my mental and emotional energy for future games. I think it would be better spent on those than this one. That's what I would do. Do you think it's easy to climb as a support than compared to other roles? I think you will climb on any role that you love playing and you're good at it. Like, I think that those are the two combinations. So I would recommend to anybody to play the role that they enjoy playing the most and that they will find the most enjoyable to learn. And that's the role that they will climb the best in. About the situation with the early death from Doom, you saw it coming because you saw Doom on the map. Yeah, I did.
I came here for a battle.
What do you do for mental clarity in particular? I'm not sure exactly.
Dire's bottom tower is in danger.
For me, what it means to like train your map awareness, train your instinct in Dota and anything else is like my understanding of something
Radiant should look to
kind of directly correlates to when I see it. It's like, say somebody reaches out and offers me a handshake. It's like, as an adult, I've experienced this enough times where I'm going to instinctually reach my hand back out very quickly and shake their hand. But what if, like, I'm not expecting to see somebody there and they reach out to shake my hand. They're like, hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing? But, like, I wasn't expecting to see them there. It's gonna, like, take an extra, you know, 3 seconds for me to be like, oh, hey, dude, what's up? Like, I have to, like, calibrate to the situation. You know what I mean? So I think it's the same in Dota. So, like, when I see the Doom on the map, I literally was, like, focused on something else. I was, like, thinking about something else in the game. It's like, if I thought of literally nothing else in the game, I know that seeing Doom on the map means that I should run away. But because I'm, like, focused on other things, my brain was a bit slow because I haven't been playing Dota very much. The time it took me to register that and then act on it is like the equivalent of not really being ready for someone to see you in public, you know? So all I did was, like, I just had, like, a very delayed reaction to what happened in the game. And I know it's because I haven't played very much recently. And that's fine. So I'm like, ah, shit, I saw him coming. Like, I definitely knew I needed to back off. My brain just processed that I needed to back off, like, a second slower than it needed to. I mean, there are probably scenarios and strategies. How much does watching your replays help? So, replay watching really helps you hone the instinct that I'm talking about. So, you know, to be able to instinctually react to something, I have to understand what I'm seeing first, of course. So, watching replays helps me understand what I'm seeing, because I can actually pause and, you know, like, if I was like, oh, how could I have known Doom was coming? Like, if I didn't know, right? Oh, how did I die there? How did he know I was there? You know, stuff like that. I would then, like, watch the game back, and maybe I'd be like, oh, I saw him on the minimap, like, 10 seconds ago. I just wasn't paying attention, you know? Like, that's the kind of stuff where, you know, that's what replay watching is for. Do you agree that it's easier to climb in low MMRs as a core? I think core is conceptually simpler in general. Like, for me, it's easier to play core conceptually. Mechanically, it's usually harder to play core than it is support. I think that it's quite feasible to understand how to scale as a support. I think back in the old days, you got very little farm as support. So it was like a different reality. But nowadays, like, supports get super farmed. And you can have, like, massive impact. So I just think it takes more conceptual understanding of the game to, like, support properly than it does to core. Because, like, for core, you usually think about your own game, and then for support, you have to think about other people's game first, and then your game. So it just, like, requires more understanding of the game. How do you get better at looking at the minimap? Generally, I'd be asking you what's distracting you so that you're not looking at the minimap. And then I would aim on increasing your muscle memory of that. Because looking at the map is more of like a secondary task for me. And I've learned that secondary tasks get blocked because I'm focused on the primary task. And it's really important for me to automate my primary tasks, basically. So maybe you're busy hitting the camps and you're like trying to min-max, you know, walking from camp to camp. And that's not automatic for you, so you have to spend brain power doing that, and then you're not looking at the map. But there is just... oh, shit. There is just, like, some reason why you're not looking at the minimap, right? So rather than, like, how do I get better at looking at the minimap, I would reframe it as what's stopping you from looking at the minimap. Can you tell us what's the best tournament crowd in Dota in your experience? I mean, I was at TI 8 finals. That was, like, the most epic crowd I've ever been a part of. I would say that the UK crowd and the SCA crowd are generally, like, if we're talking about an area of crowds, like, they're usually the most hyped to be around. I said it's a really bad death. Honestly, like, me saying it's a really bad death is not, like, a good thing to say. Like, it's not, like, a helpful thought. For me, the badness of a death is largely correlated to, like, how obvious it was, kind of. Or, like, how well I could have known that it was coming. And, like, the death where I was in my safe lane and they, like, 4-man collapsed on me and I was, like, defending my tower and stuff. I'm like, death's not all that bad. It is what it is. But when I... When I died there, I literally saw the Doom coming, registered that he was there, and then did it too slowly and died. And then for me, that's just like 100% avoidable death. So I say it's bad because it was just an avoidable death. And in my experience, the more avoidable a death is, based on my instinct of the game, like, I don't think you should follow this, but, like, based on my instinct of the game and how, like, much I've trained it, how obvious a death is usually how bad it is. Like, in terms of the impact on the game state and stuff. But that in and of itself is like an instinct. So, like, if you know, I wouldn't trust just your gut on that, because it's all about developing your gut. I've just learned that my gut's pretty accurate. How do you win against a strong high ground team? You just out-farm them, get a massive fucking lead, let them walk out of base, and kill them when they do. They never walk out of base, then you eventually get an insurmountable lead with Aegis and, like, insurmountable to the point of, like, 60k.
The Radiant scan, eager to know Dire's whereabouts.
In my experience, the Dota Plus win rate is, like, incredibly accurate. I think it's most important to understand the shift in win rate based on an action that you took. So, like, for me, I told you guys live in the game that it felt like we were losing the map. And it felt pretty bad. And, like, I said that right here. And, like, look at the graph. It's like saying if not, like, nobody was really dying here, you know? We kept losing the map. I said we were losing the map and it was going like this, and then the guy that got gone on was not the one that I wanted to get gone on in the map, and, like, because we lost 2 kills, it, like... But notice how, without the 2 kills, the graph was, like, going like this, you know? So that's, like, me having an instinct that, like, the game state doesn't really favor us right now. It doesn't feel good. And, like, because I've thought about this a lot, I can use this as a... Like, what... You shouldn't look at the map to assess the game state. You should assess the game state and then look at the graph to see if it matches. And if it doesn't match, then you would want to, you know, seek clarity on that, basically. Problem is that if I tell you that this thing is useful, most of people will just say, oh, we were losing here. And they don't actually care to gain any sort of, like, understanding of why they were losing. I think in anything in Dota, if you're not... This applies to real life, too, actually. If you're not asserting what you think is the case, and then looking at the data with no investment in being correct, if you're not doing that, you're not learning effectively. If you're invested in being correct, if you're using the data to establish correctness before stating your opinion or thoughts, then you're not learning. Like, that's just not how learning works. Oh, the Manta dodge. I'll be right back, and then we're going to queue again.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Killing spree.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Another phase begins.
It also hurts the psychology of your teammates if somebody dies in an obvious way. I think it's important to note that it'll hurt the psychology of other people, but you can take responsibility if it hurts your psychology. Like, that's something that doesn't need to hurt. Like, you can just accept that guy's a human and probably fucked up. So I agree that the majority of players will be affected by this, but I also, like, if you just say, yeah, it is psychologically fucking me up when my teammates die like idiots, you know? If you say that kind of stuff, it's like, I would take responsibility for how you react to that guy dying like an idiot. Like, when my Underlord got caught bottom, I'm just like, I didn't want the Underlord to get caught. That's not somebody I was looking to react to. And I'm not, like, upset with the person for getting caught. It just is what it is.
Loyal warrior. Double damage.
People have been talking about Radiant's Luna off and on at, like, the high MMRs. I've seen this, like, back and forth sometimes. It's a weird concept. I've never done it. For me, it, like, goes against how Luna plays. Like, I think every hero in Dota is conceptually broken with Manta and Radiance, but, like, for me, Radiance is, like, not a Luna item. Just, like, everything I understand about Radiance tells me that it's not a Luna item.
Holy shit, very nice.
And most of the difficulty with Radiance is getting the Radiance and then not dying. Like, once you're 5-slotted, Radiance, like, always looks good. So the difficulty with Radiance is, like, the first 20 minutes or whatever. Enjoy the cookie. Thank you, honey. I was on a team last weekend, and my position 3 and my mid were trying to convince me to get Crozier instead of MKB. I mean, I think the best thing you can theoretically say is, I understand you guys want me to build this item. I would like, I think this item's better, and I'm going to buy it, But the problem is, honestly, when you say that, most of the time people react really poorly. So most of the time I don't say anything. But if these were like friends of mine, then that's what I would say.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
I think the more important thing is for you to understand what's going on. They're probably worried about losing the game. They're probably nervous, anxious in some form. Maybe a bad team fight just happened or something. Maybe you had, like, one bad death. I've noticed that when I have bad deaths, my teammates start micromanaging my items. Like, it's more likely that that will happen. So, for me in these type of situations, before you even think about the solution that you're going to go to, like, what are you actually going to say to this person? I think it's, like, super important that you understand what's going on. And when people tell you what items to buy, they're almost always scared of something. They're almost always afraid of losing. They're, like, nervous about the game state. They think they're going to lose, whatever. Like, there's some form of, like, fear that they're expressing through the form of telling you to buy an item. Like, nobody who tells you to buy an item... I don't say nobody. The vast majority of people who tell you to buy an item are not, like, chill. They're not, like, in their flow state. They're not, like, playing really well. It's the people who are, like, overly fixated on, like, the bad things going wrong. And they, like, want to fix it right away because they're, like, really uncomfortable with the situation. And so they tell you to buy an item in order to, like, relieve themselves of this anxiety.
Almighty money.
I think if you guys, at least in my experience, there's, like, a very palpable difference between somebody who's, like, requesting you buy an item because they're like perfectly chill about the game and they're just, like, requesting an item for you to buy versus the person that's, like, kind of panicky telling you, like, you need to buy this item. There's just, like, a really big difference. Oh my god, the Mirana arrow missed. How do you deal with knowing what an objective analysis and what is subjective when it comes to your own play? Objective means that if somebody else looked at it, if 1,000 other people looked at it and said the exact same thing, then it's objective. So, like, objective is like, I blinked onto the high ground, got hit by 4 heroes, and died. That's objective. I overextended? That's not objective. because somebody else could theoretically think you did not overextend. So for me, the way to establish objectivity is to think if 1,000 other people said the same thing or saw the exact occurrence and you described it to them, they could not refute it. Like, it is literally true. But it is incredibly difficult to be objective in your analysis. It's incredibly difficult. And in my experience talking to people about this, the vast majority of people have no concept of what it means to be objective. Like, they will say, you overextended. And I'll say, I don't think I did. And they'll say, you objectively overextended. And I'm like, it's not objective that I overextended. Like, that's not objective. Like, you can say I died, that is objective. And you can say you believe I died, your evaluation, your subjective opinion of why I died is because I overextended. You can say that. But you can't say objectively you overextended. Like, that's just not a thing. Because I could argue, no, I actually died because you guys weren't close enough to me and I needed your help. So, for me, whenever I'm trying to understand something better, I am keenly aware of whether or not I'm being objective. And that's why I don't like words like bad death, because that's a subjective death. So, like, a more objective thing is, like, I saw Doom on the map, and I did have the knowledge to be able to leave. Like, I know I had the knowledge to be able to leave. So for me, that is objective. You know, you could argue that somebody could say, I know you didn't have the knowledge. Like, technically, if it's in my head, it is, like, harder to affirm. But in my experience, when people say they know something, I don't know something, but you kind of have to trust people when they say what's in their mind. But you can also tell when what's in their mind doesn't, like, explain what happened. It's a bit tricky when we're talking about things in our mind. But, like, for me, it is objective to say, I saw the Doom, and I knew he was coming, and that I had the knowledge necessary to leave that area sooner. But, like, a subjective is, that was a bad death. Because you could argue, it wasn't that bad. Like, somebody else could say that, you know. It is a bit trickier when you're talking about, like, your own knowledge and stuff like this. I'd say when you're talking about, like, your own knowledge and stuff like this, that more pertains to ego and awareness. Because, like, some people will say they knew something out of, like, defense of their own ego, rather than they really did know it. I used to do this a lot. So, like, I would say something that I knew because I was, like, too ashamed to admit that I didn't know it. But, so that's a lot more about being honest with yourself, so I think that's kind of a different subject. Hope that helps. Food for thought, maybe. I mean, even an unfortunate death is subjective. Literally anything describing the death rather than how you died is subjective. Bad death, good death, unfortunate death, unlucky death. These are all subjective. Unnecessary death, that's objective, or that's subjective. It's not possible everything's subjective. No, I mean, it's not everything subjective. This Ember just used Flame Guard and Sleight of Fisted the wave. That's not subjective. It's incredibly difficult to remain objective. In my experience, the vast majority of people do not have a clean filter for what it means to be objective and subjective. And there are times where I catch myself being subjective and treating it like it's objective. And that's when I find myself getting in the most trouble. In my experience, unless you train the thought, most thoughts are subjective. Like, you actually have to train yourself to see the objective, because most humans, like, our default is to see the subjective. Damn, you're going deep. That's subjective. What if I think this is just an everyday conversation? I'm just kidding. I think like an objective example of that would be, this is deeper than I normally talk about stuff. You could argue like that is his perspective, like, but in his head, like, that is true, you know? I can't really argue that. Like, oh yeah, you're telling me this is like deeper than you normally talk? For me, that's basically objective. Everything said is just an opinion. I mean, like I said, I obviously strongly disagree. This Ember is hitting a jungle creep right now. That's not subjective. But there's no point in me emphasizing it again. Do you ever get into periods of extreme uninterest in Dota and somewhat of a burnout type stuff? Oh, I think that's definitely the case. For me, whenever I'm burned out doing anything, there's like something that's bothering me that I'm ignoring.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And so in the past, I used to get burned out. I think I was perpetually burned out from like age 26 to 30. Like literally in a perpetual state of burnout for like 4 years straight. Nowadays, I think burnout is like, so you can be depressed, right? Like if I have like clinical depression, that means I'm just always depressed, or like pretty consistently depressed. But like even if I don't experience depression, like if I'm not in depression, I can still be depressed. You know what I mean? Like, like this morning I could be depressed. Like I'm depressed for like 15 minutes or whatever because I thought of something sad. And so what I'm trying to say is like nowadays, I do feel burnout, but I'm able to quickly identify what it is and why, and usually I fix it within like a week. So it's kind of like, you know, your healthy equilibrium's here. Burnout means you've like really gone one direction, and oftentimes the only way to learn how I went that direction is to like stop doing whatever I'm doing and just like think, how did I end up here? Kind of like you just drove a car without looking at the map for the last like 2 weeks, and you're like, where am I? I don't even know where I am. It's like if you're lost in a car, you don't just keep driving. You like stop, look at the map, try to figure out where the fuck you are and what you want to do next. Like that's, in my opinion, the way to respond to stuff like burnout.
The Dire scan. On the hunt for Radiant.
So yes, I have experienced burnout. That is the short answer to your question. I don't experience it very much anymore though. I enjoy your mindset behind Dota. Do you have a reading list somewhere? Honestly, I guess I should make a reading list on...
Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
I should make a reading list. I do not have one. I can put that in my calendar.
Tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning for enemies.
It wouldn't take that long. Probably take me like 30 minutes or something. I will not undersell that. It might take longer.
I like how this one feels.
And that's something that I'm gonna like start doing, and it's probably gonna be way harder than I thought it was. And then I'm going to be like, oh, I can see why I haven't done this yet. Damn, I feel like I'm also perpetually burnt out for a couple of years now. You said it's something that bothers me. So say I'm burned out with Dota. It's, in my experience, if I'm burned out with Dota, the reason I'm burned out has absolutely nothing to do with Dota. Dota is just the thing that I used to care about, and now I'm struggling to care about it, but I still do it. And when I'm doing things and struggling to care about them, that's what burnout is, in my opinion. That is my subjective view of burnout. So I think, like, if you're burned out with Dota, for instance, the majority of us were taught, like, nobody teaches you this, right? And, like, nobody teaches you how to deal with burnout. I mean, nowadays, it's like there's options out there and stuff, but, like, when we were a kid and stuff, nobody taught us how to deal with burnout. But most people are thinking, what's wrong with Dota? What's wrong with my relationship with Dota? You know, like, that's the type of stuff they'll think. And in my experience, it's much more helpful to say, like, what is this other thing that's, like, exhausting me or, like, really bothering me? Is there somebody that I need to talk to? Is there something I need to do for myself? You know, why is it so hard for me to enjoy Dota right now? You know? That's been what helps me. I just want to be clear to everyone, whoever watches my stream. I'm always going to tell you guys what's helped me. And if it doesn't make sense to you, that's fine. That means maybe you think about it differently. or if it doesn't make sense to you, but you want to understand it because you think it's interesting or it might help, you're always welcome to ask questions. But I never want to present like the way I dealt with depression to be like, this is how you deal with depression, because you could have like a very different depression than me. You could have very different reasons that you're depressed, and my methods might not work for you. So, what are your thoughts about efficiency versus effectiveness in carries? I'd say every carry struggles with this priority. I agree. That's like two things you have to balance very carefully. In my experience, the most important thing is to not make it too big of a deal. What you want to do is in every single instance, you might have, like in every single instance, down to like the 10-second window, you might have over-prioritized efficiency and died, right? Or you might have over-prioritized efficiency and like missed a team fight. So for me, it's all about understanding. Like looking at these individual moments and saying, I think I should have been at that fight. What did I miss, And rather than like, I'm too efficient. I focus too much on efficiency. Like for me, that's how people get themselves in trouble.
It is your turn to pick.
Largo. I'll go SF. They might pick TB, and I'm a little bit sad because we have TB Lycan, or SF Lycan against TB, but... Naga! Oh, that's actually kind of a problem, too. Yikes. That's a problem. I thought about TB, but Naga's obvious as well. I think we're outdrafted. I should have picked a hero good against illusions. I could have known that. I mean, I did know it, and then I did not act on it. Does he ever answer YouTube questions? Yeah, I do. I've been looking at YouTube regularly. Is he going to play or not? I always take somewhere between a 5 to 15 minute break between games. Always. And if I don't, I'm probably tilted.
Prepare for battle.
I'm going to take one mango, actually.
They cut through it, guys.
Okay, so we're outdrafted for sure because this is Naga pick. But I also think Naga's a relatively underwhelming hero. But she does hard counter SF in the sense that, like, late game, I'm not the be-all, end-all carry. Combining that with there being a sniper on their team, it's, like, difficult. Like, because against Naga, I could theoretically try to stand my ground. But then they have, like, a sniper peeping me from, like, a bajillion range. So it's going to be a weird game. What's your top 2 books? Depends on where you are in your journey, to be honest. Like, if you're talking about super early on, my first book I read that really changed things for me was Crucial Conversations. It helped me understand a lot better how to look at my own approach to conversations. But later on in my journey, I think Dare to Lead by Brene Brown and Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. But those would not be books I would recommend if you're kind of like newer to self-improvement journey. Those are kind of like down the line.
First blood.
It was inevitable.
I'll have boots in a sec.
The enemy attacks your top tower.
Damn. God, it always sucks to miss creeps on SF because of the minus armor aura. It's like something that you like have to get used to on SF specifically. And when you haven't played them in a while, you're like, fuck.
Lion.
Your top tower is under attack. Long has that tower stood against the rising tide.
Say goodbye to your head.
Just keep pulling camps. I think if we clear the camps every minute, it's really good. I'm not sure what you're saying.
Careful me.
I'm like not sure what XC means. Like, we're like absolutely destroying this guy in lane, and this guy's like flaming me.
Baggage driven
Okay, I gotta reset. I was not expecting to get flamed there.
Your middle tower is defending itself.
I was definitely not expecting to get flamed there.
From place, take it from.
Damn.
Better luck next time.
I didn't really consider him using that to deny.
I kill a sniper. Sniper perfect.
I'm gonna go mess around this.
Fan only nu. Han push bot.
Oh, that's what happened.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I can come through portal if they present an opportunity.
What sort of prize?
Actually, I'm
Okay, for what? Take tower. Hello.
coming behind. Okay, Lycan's just not here.
The tower faces a terrible test.
Money to
I think I'm being inefficient here.
I don't know.
I thought that was Lycan that made that call, to be honest. Because that should be Lycan making the call.
It's more for mid, bro. Power runes, power runes. Go mid, please. Come on. Go mid, bro. I don't understand why you don't try to kill a sniper. Push mid, maybe you have dominate.
I don't like people who communicate like this.
You
They
know?
communicate, I don't understand why you're not doing this. I just hate that communication. It's like really unhelpful. It's like this implication that you're like supposed to know what they think. It's really bad comms.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, I never built a Falcon Blade actually. Looks like we're taking bottom tower.
Your middle tower
Well, in
is
tower
under
mid.
attack. Dire structures are fortified. The enemy's bottom tower has been demolished.
Can you see your map, please?
Can't lane there.
Sniper.
One smoke, guys.
Where you going?
I can connect to mid. Not sure why we're not hitting, but... Oof. I'm gonna TP top after this.
Your top tower is under attack. The enemy's middle tower can withstand no more.
What's going on here?
More fuel for my fire.
Ah, they could smoke on me here. I need to back.
The fuck is happening?
Yeah, they're here. I didn't think they were over there.
You can finger.
I think that scan almost got me killed, actually, because I didn't think he'd come from that angle. I can't defend top alone. I think we can defend it if... maybe there are too many. Never mind. I'm down to take a fight, though.
Guys, please go smoke.
You smoke. One is smoke in base.
Look to your top tower. Your top tower has been overcome.
Let me start. Let me. Don't follow me.
Sniper behind. Kind of a nuts play from snipers and nuts. Wow. Did Rubik just like have lift? He just had lift. It's funny. I'm gonna go ahead and mute my team. I think Lycan's the only one that's not flaming people. Like, even if he should have lifted, it's like... I don't know, just people who ping like that, I just don't want to listen to. I think as a streamer, it's like helping me to process when I just say I don't like how this person's communicating. And I think there's like a fine line in there where it's like bitching versus like just like kind of just stating I don't like what this person's doing. So I think I'm gonna try to stick to that. I feel like I like this. I'm kind of just like processing in real time. I don't really like what this guy's saying. Huh. Creeps are already low, I guess. Not good that Naga's ahead of me in levels. Probably go Manta into Shadowblade, to be honest. The thing is, Naga's ahead of me in levels, but I think the rest of... Wait, what? Oh, he has Meteor Hammer. I thought I saw Lion have Meteor Hammer. What's my Lena doing? I feel like cumulatively we are ahead right now. I don't have a ton of faith in my team right now, I'll be honest. Not feeling good vibes from these guys. This is a weird fucking game. I was not expecting that in the slightest. That was really fucking strange. I think if I was on strength treads, remotely prepared for that at all, then I wouldn't have died. I like saw the will and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But I should know that he's probably with a teammate. I just saw Sniper and Naga on the map, so I'm like, oh, they can't be here. Like, what are they doing? Man, that was a bad death. Like, I could have just reacted to that. That was so confusing to me, though. And I feel like when I'm playing heroes I'm not as well adept on, I respond even slower to things. So that sucks. That was very strange. I mean, we got 2 kills for it, but I still think it's not very good. I don't really know how we deal with Naga later. But maybe we just deal with her by the other heroes being poor. So I think my deaths make this, like, they're worse because the other heroes are less poor. Did I double raise there? How did that happen, actually?
Dominating.
I guess Lion's top or what? Guys, like kind of nuts, right?
Look to your top tower.
What the fuck was that, actually? That was crazy shit right there. Ah, shit. Bad raise.
Regeneration.
What's going on over here? big deal.
Killing spree. The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Oof. I think I want to go Silver Edge because it offers us some catch. I think we're kind of severely lacking catch right now. Coming bottom. Lena, can you TP? Lena? Lena? Lena TP? I mean... Gosh. That sucks. You didn't have TP? That sucks. They're almost certainly coming through the portal or something.
Your top tower is under attack.
Greetings, my friend.
Your top tower is under attack.
Oh, sorry. The problem is we're making a bunch of individual mistakes on the map and dying, so our plays are impossible. I mean, by we, I mean my teammates, but it is what it is.
Your top tower is under attack.
To be fair, I did have that one death.
Your top tower is under attack.
It's just really awkward when you play against Naga and they have like pick-off heroes.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack.
Extra one.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Where will the line be drawn?
Can you living armor me? I don't think we can just force. I don't think we can force rush like this. Okay. I'm pretty sure my Rubik did that right. That was cringe. I need help against the Bloodthorn, I think. Never mind. Vikings as well. Okay, Naga just a shit hero. I need to remember to use this fucking fourth spell.
Radiant structures are
Just super rusty on Shadowfane, honestly.
The enemy's top tower brought to ruin.
I need a second Dispel because I'm against Naga Bloodthorn. I could go BKB, but I feel like the way these fights are playing out, it's not the correct play. I'm gonna need BKB later, though. Like, I think Lycan's causing a lot of problems for the enemy supports, so I can, like, maneuver around that. Definitely that in this. Dude, I'm trying to fucking click the creep. Hey, work. Coming towards you guys, bottom. Oh. The fuck? There is a regener in there, right? Like, I'm not crazy. Wait, this Dark Willow has
Your bottom
Ags.
tower is under attack.
Fuck. Can't just run into them, guys, like this. Very bad. You know, it's just, like, can't just charge uphill. I'm not, I'm too busy thinking about how to play my hero to communicate what my team needs to do instead. So I'm not gonna bother right now. The debate is if I go butterfly before BKB. Oh, that's awkward as fuck. Now I'm just here. And I have nothing to do. That was a really bad TP. Really bad TP.
Your middle tower is under attack. This is an advantage. Your middle tower has fallen. is under attack.
Oh, we took Tormentor, nice.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower has fallen. May it be the last.
More likely they have like ward sentry on the high ground.
Radiant structures are fortified. Your middle tower is under attack.
I really need my BKB.
Now you must decide. What is next? The enemy's bottom tower is gone.
Almost BKB, guys. I think he's just dead. There's just too many individual mistakes in this game.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
These are like very, I don't want to say obvious. It's like you, if you just like with good map awareness, you wouldn't die in these
Your
situations.
bottom tower has fallen. Is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack.
I can't really fight without Lena.
Your bottom tower is under attack. That which protects also requires protection. Your bottom tower has fallen. Your bottom barracks are under attack.
They're on me in base, guys, or they're out here.
Your bottom barracks has fallen.
There. I mean, I force them like that and they still take base. It just is what it is. Not much to be done there. I got a tower at least. I have no BKB. I don't really know what to buy. Probably just Daedalus. I don't have BKB.
That should help.
Pyramid. I mean, people are just dying so unnecessarily. Like, just way too many deaths.
Dominating.
There's just nothing to say other than people are just dying.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen. Your middle barracks are under attack.
I guess we fight. I have BKB in 20.
Look to your middle barracks.
Alright, Johnny. That's a really convenient. That's a really convenient disconnect. GG, boys. Too many map deaths by the team, including myself. This is how you lose games to Naga, and we played it poorly.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen.
I think the main difference I could have had in this game is just missing like 10 less CS in the first 10 minutes. Having earlier timings. And then that death bottom. I think those are like the main issues with this game. I need to remember to use the avoid feature. I guess I have to report them to avoid them? Wait. Why can't I avoid him? Am I crazy? Am I crazy, guys? I don't know. Every game I've played SF recently, I've ended up against PL, Terrorblade, or Naga, so I don't have the superior carry matchup. And then I feel like I'm at the hands of my teammates. And it just really sucks. I feel like SF's good in every carry matchup except for those three. And that just sucks. I literally saw Lycan, I'm like, oh, they might pick TB, but I guess I'll pick SF. I should have just... I literally had this gut feeling I should pick Sven. And I was like, but then I'm Sven with Trant. That doesn't feel the greatest. But I guess what bothers me is I feel like, for whatever reason, I'm pressuring myself to pick the hero that's meta, because I know SF's like the best meta hero here. And if I'm 10th pick, I shouldn't just be slamming meta heroes. I should just definitely be slamming heroes based on the game. And I know that I knew they were going to I thought they were going to pick TB. Like, I was literally like, oh, they're probably going to pick TB. This may have not been a good SF pick. And then you pick Naga, which is like the same problem. So, yeah, that just sucks. I shouldn't be drafting for lane. I should be drafting for game, first and foremost, if I'm 10th pick. Should have picked either Lifestealer or Sven. I have to... Do I have to report for everything? Because I already reported him. Do I have to, like, report for everything? Like... Player is now avoided. It says he's not avoided. Is this like a bug? Do I have to, like, restart Dota or something? When do you know to block camps with sentries? In my opinion, blocking camps with sentries is like an incredibly high-level version of things. I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's certain things that pros do that you'll want to emulate, and there's certain things that they only do because there's 50 things that they understood prior to that they can then know when to do it. And in my opinion, blocking camps with sentries on the map right now is similar to that. Obviously, if we're talking about like laning and stuff, it's different. But if you're focused on like blocking deep camps with sentries as a support, I would say there's most likely other things that would be more beneficial to you. Because whenever somebody asks me a question like that, I think to myself, how much knowledge, like if I truly want to have you understand how to do that, Because I can't just like tell you do it this time, right? I have to like explain to you the understanding that goes into when to block camps. I would probably have to write a 20-step dissertation on how to tell you when to block camps. And maybe there's somebody else out there that could give you a more succinct explanation. But for me, it's like a massive combination of what exact heroes are on the map, where exactly people are going to farm, map movements in general, who's winning, like where heroes like to be, you know, how impactful it is, meaning like how hard is it for the enemy supports to like get down there and block the camps. There's like specific examples I could give you. And I guess my answer would be, if you know what camps they're farming, then you can block those. That would be my simplest answer. That, you know, then it would be a 20-step process to explain to you how to know what camps they're farming. But if you can identify camps, like say, for instance, you've taken this tower here, and you know the enemy carries down here, you could block those camps. That's like, you know, one example. Are your eyes getting tired from playing the game? No, I wouldn't say my eyes get tired playing the game. What about SF is great in programs? I kind of said it earlier. It's like SF is the best hero to like play around as a team. It's like so powerful. He does so much damage. He takes all the objectives. And I firmly believe that SF's like easier to play against than it is to play with, on average. There are times in pubs where it's a bad carry matchup for me, and SF just like runs us over, like meaning like I'm against SF and he just like runs us over. And this could be a massive skill issue on my part, don't get me wrong. But in my experience in pubs with SF, I'm always like out carried, and the game goes that late, and then we lose. But I also lose to SF sometimes, so like for me, it's probably some level of below base understanding of the like base average understanding of SF, you know. Should I block my safe lane hard camp after my safe lane tower dies? Yeah, I think so. But that once again is like, if you're Radiant and you lose this tower, and you're against an offlaner who wants to farm more, it's likely that he's going to farm this area, right? So you have to understand, based on the enemy offlaner you're against, what items he's going and what way this hero tends to like to play. If after killing this tower, he's going to want to stay in this area. And I think a lot of the time, depending on how early the tower, like the earlier the tower dies, the more likely it is they're going to stay in this area. And if this tower's dead, this camp is basically belongs to Dire. So it's like, in that case, yeah, that's a great camp to block. I mean, now that I think about it, I could make a video on, like, basics of blocking people's camps. I could make a video on that, honestly. I haven't made support content in quite some time. I think the basics of the video would be kind of like, hey, here's, like, 3 common places you can block camps. And here's, like, a very simple situation where it would be useful. I could actually make a video on that. That's probably useful. That would probably be a pretty easy video, actually. Like, if I'm trying to teach you the deep understanding of how to block camps, there's a lot to that. But if I'm talking about establishing an understanding of when to block this camp, I could talk about that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, World's Smallest Caterpillar. Like, it felt really bad for me to go the items I went that game. Yeah, SF's a weird hero. Like, I know why he's broken in competitive, and I do believe there's, like, a lot of how your team plays around you. This will be my last game. You could review the Team Spirit game and explain why they do. That's like an example where the goal, are you trying to understand Team Spirit, or are you trying to understand like a basic level of blocking camps? Because I think me making a video that's more like, here's like basic steps, is much more palatable to the average player. And if I were to analyze Team Spirit, I'd be analyzing Team Spirit. Like like the content of the video would be to analyze Team Spirit. Do you know what I mean? Like if I make a video on like basics of blocking camps, that is like the context of the video is how to block camps. If I talk about Team Spirit blocking camps, I'm trying to teach you how to think like Team Spirit. These are like very different subjects. And I guess in my head, it's like, which one would be more helpful? And I think learning to think like Team Spirit is not particularly helpful for the average player. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, like, I agree with what you're saying, Peter Love. Like, that's what I'm basically trying to say, is that the way Team Spirit thinks is on such a different level than, like, the average pub, that how much, like, practical takeaway somebody could get, I don't think is much. How to block. Yeah, I guess my answer to you would be that, you know, you never know for sure, but over the course of the years, my content has never been watched very much if it's about Pro Dota. Like, I have, like, very few videos. Like, I think somebody like Kezu, for instance, people like watching him for his Pro Dota analysis. I think my YouTube video, people like to watch me for, like, my thoughts on the game and, like, giving insight onto, like, something that can help them. And so I'm always going to try to make it not about Pro Dota. I think, you know, like, I'm releasing a video in the near future that's going to be about how to know when to buy MKB when the other guy has Butterfly. And I use a pro game as an example, but, like, the goal of the situation is to help people at home understand what I think goes into buying MKB versus Butterfly. So, yeah. Doesn't that apply to most pro games? No, I mean, the thing is there's a lot of things pros do that you can learn from, but people tend to hyperfixate on, like, the super fancy, super advanced shit that like blows their fucking mind that they can't learn from. I think there's a shit ton to learn from pro matches, but it's all of, like, the fundamental, quote-unquote, boring things. And people don't often watch Pro Dota under that lens, you know? In my experience, people very rarely ask questions about Pro Dota that's, like, one step away from their understanding. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're in pre-calc and you're asking about algebra. Or, like, you're in algebra 2 and you're asking about pre-calc. Like, you're asking about like one layer deeper than your own knowledge. Like most people are asking about things that are like 10 layers, 20 layers, 100 layers, like deeper than their knowledge. And they can't learn anything from it because it's like, I can't learn calculus if I haven't learned how to add, you know? But there's a ton of stuff pros do that are fundamental, that they do every single fucking game, and you can learn from it. There's plenty of stuff like this. Like, even though pro players are doing like astrophysics, they still use addition on a daily basis. You know what I mean? In like literally every single moment of their game. So like, I can teach you addition even though they're doing astrophysics. I can show you their astrophysics through a lens that you understand the addition. Do you know what I mean? That's basically my job. Like, if I could make an analogy for my job, that's like basically my job. You watch me for my boyish good looks? Thank you, buddy. What do you think the number one thing Team Spirit did than every other team? I think they have by far the best mentality of any team in the world. I think they understand what it means to treat every single game the exact same. I think in order to play at your best at TI, you have to take every single game you ever play very seriously. Like you practice like you preach, you practice like you play, you know? Practice what you preach is a different saying, but like you play every practice like you would a game. You come ready to learn, come ready to play. You treat every game the exact same. It takes a lot of awareness and understanding and leadership in order to do that. And I think every other team drops in caliber at TI, and Team Spirit is fucking fearless. Like, when I watch them play TI, I know that there's probably nerves, and they're, like, super excited and all that kind of stuff. But, like, the way they play looks like they're just playing another pub. And in order to do that, you have to you have to treat every pub like it matters, you know? Because if you're somebody who, like, doesn't treat every pub like it matters... And when I say every pub like it matters, what I'm saying is, like, you're not trying to play your optimal strategy every single pub. You're trying to, like, learn something, and your mental engagement with the game is the same. Like, as close to the same as possible in every single pub, every single scrim. The only difference between, like, the TI main final, the grand finals for Spirit, is that they're not going to pick anything that they're currently learning. You know, they're not going to pick something that they're not really well versed at. They're going to pick their best strategies. That's the only difference. So for me, that's what I think makes Team Spirit the best. I think that a lot of pro players honestly do not understand this. I think there's very few teams that do. And I think Team Spirit is the epitome of this concept. Like, I think they are by far the best at this concept. And this is with the precursor that they're obviously very good Dota players as well. Like, you have to be incredibly mechanically skilled and generally knowledgeable about the game to even, like, be in the discussion of winning TI, of course. So under the precursor that, like, all the top tier teams have, you know, that, this is what Team Spirit, in my opinion, does better. What do you think about Ursa instead of Jug? In my experience playing Ursa in the last, like, 4 months, the heroes felt really hard to win with. So that's just my perspective, is the hero feels really hard to win with. I agree with you. Our pubs are griefers. They would intentionally try their best to not let you hit your timings. If your response to what I'm saying Team Spirit's doing really well is what's wrong with all the people around you, then that's something you should rethink. People have... I've actually heard of tier 2 players making these type of statements where they'll say, you know, something along the lines of, I'm not the best teammate, or like, I'm not playing my best right now, but once I get onto a really good team, I'll rise to the occasion. Like, the way that you rise to the occasion is by not giving a shit what everyone else around you is doing and doing what's best in the moment. And being able to consistently replicate your best performance And even if your teammates make it really difficult and you end up losing the game, you still took pride in replicating your own best performance. And if you see a pro team and say, well, they're a pro team, I'm stuck with griefers and pubs, well, they played pubs at 1.2. And it's an incredibly limited, naive view that I think is honestly mainly rooted in protecting your ego.
10 seconds remain.
That's the difference or whatever.
5 seconds remain.
How do you improve at the game? By asking yourself a lot of questions. The second that you've made a overarching conclusion, you're no longer learning anymore.
10 seconds.
So my favorite definition of critical thinking is being critical about how you think. So, when you think something, be like, how do I feel about that?
It is your
When you're in the
turn.
game itself, you just need to operate on what your brain thinks. But when you're...
You wanna last?
Sure. SF Underlord.
Your team must pick.
SF Underlord. I like the idea of Spectre here, actually.
10 seconds remain.
I'm not the best Spectre player, and I don't really know her
5
timings.
seconds.
I'm just going to pick a hero I know how to play. It sounds a bit mythication of Team Spirit because of their TI win. 3 TIs is good. I mean, it's like saying, I can understand what you're saying, but this is from me being an analyst in the pro scene for like 7 years, and I've probably watched every team a lot of times, and I could be wrong. Absolutely. But I was also asked, what do I think makes them separate? So you can say it's like a mythification or whatever. I was asked for my opinion, and I don't know why you're telling me that.
Everyone's guilty of something.
Is it worth losing 100 gold so that I get last pick as mid?
Stay out of the open.
I think if you're like holding your teams hostage in any way possible, then that's probably not a good use of your
My sentiments as well.
being a good teammate and winning games,
I go in silence.
That's such a funny question. Is it good to hold my team hostage so I get last pick?
Battle.
If you want to communicate to the guy, hey man, can I please last pick? That's like 10 times more effective. And if the guy doesn't say anything, then you just pick. That's such a funny question to ask.
I said no.
God, that's such a funny question to ask.
Stay downwind.
I haven't played Drow since the nerfs.
Violence follows.
30 seconds and counting.
That decides it. Yes. Cunning.
Honestly, I kind of just wish I picked Io.
Trails
Just to get some
cold.
practice.
Radiant
I
versus
see.
Dire.
Wow, nobody's here.
Nothing would bring me greater pleasure than to kill them all.
That's true, Drow, that's true.
They cannot track me.
I need to focus up.
To cover.
So I definitely want Manta this game.
It crossed my mind.
I probably want Butterfly.
A ranger at heart. Way ahead of you. Fully denied. This way to madness. I hide no longer. Ice shall nip my enemies.
I gotta go this way. This guy's fucking nuts, dude.
Somebody actually died.
First blood!
Silence speaks.
Damn.
This way. See? Vengeance does make you feel better. Silent as mist. Be wary. Very well.
That feels
I've made
bad.
good time. Gifts of a maddened mind. Loose! Remember their faces. I've been here before. They found me. Deadly destiny.
I feel like we could have gotten a lot more denies there.
Unleash hell. I've got a steady grip. Onward. I know.
But it's okay. Hmm.
That was my thought.
Yeah, Snapfire handled that incorrectly. Maybe he should have just hit the guy with me.
A deliberate step. Hip shot. To a point. Lonely creeps.
Fuck.
I saw. Good enough.
Not gonna happen.
My bow is drawn.
Dire's courier has been killed.
I'm no witness alive. Forward.
Wind Ranger's like kind of nuts, but he's also disrupting the line equilibrium, so it's like working kind of.
They could be near. Hands where I can see them. Falcon blade.
Oh, that's kind of nuts, huh?
Fortified their structures against attack.
You get the next one. You found me. Gotta have my fun. An arrow for every bolt hole. Deadly destiny. They can't track me. I saw. I follow. I hide no longer. Silence speaks. I don't need to pray. This way to madness.
Well, they got us.
For that decides it.
It was a really bad pull by Snapfire.
They started this, and I will end it. Beware.
Is under attack.
Onward.
As that tower stood against the rising
It's not hard to justify this kill. I see. Dear so much for discretion.
Oh wow, that's such a lower range.
So be it.
That's a huge nerf. I didn't realize that's how big of a nerf it was.
What can you do?
Your middle tower is under attack.
To a point.
Now he must suffer.
On the dusty trail.
Arrow, fly. Way ahead of you. More comfortable.
That kind of ruined my pull.
Agreed. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Time to move.
I think that was a huge opportunity for us to...
Covering fire. They could be near. I've made good time. I've been here before. The death road grows longer. No use waiting.
That Nature's Prophet ulti like actually
Violence
cost me
follows.
like so much gold. It killed an entire creep wave and then made it so I couldn't pull, so then the lane was pushed up.
I can tip it up and get the tower.
I know that's like not his fault or whatever.
You
He
should
just
run.
did.
My sentiments as well. I'll find avenge. Just die already.
Can we go on him, Visage? I'm coming. I'm behind.
I'm coming through portal.
Undisturbed.
Coming through portal, guys.
Very well.
At least we weren't a bit.
Find your top. Praise are slow. Doesn't matter if they see them coming if they can't get out of the way.
The enemy attacks your middle tower.
It crossed my mind. My bow's drawn. Well earned.
You can go on him, I have the... Kill SF, he's stuck.
That was pretty ballsy.
Ranger, where'd you learn to shoot?
I kind of like deep down knew that was bad,
They all tip it up.
but I like resisted my own instinct that that was bad.
Push the wave, snap.
My coaching session on PL that I talked about on stream or on YouTube literally talks about that. What we just did,
I don't need
where you like throw yourself on a tower and then stay there for a really long time and die.
spray, no prey. I know.
Like we could have just backed off and reset.
Easy.
Pretty big death there.
Cool.
I seem to be consistently having like one or two, like I want to say like careless, but yeah, I guess unnecessary death is the way I would describe it. I guess like I know better
That
deaths,
was my
you know?
thought.
Like I didn't learn anything from that. But I guess that's probably a result of coming back after a while.
Feel my agony.
Wow.
Time to move. Good enough.
Killing spree.
Silent terror.
This is some.
Stay out of the open. Honed.
Not a good sign when my Nature's Prophet is losing by that much.
Radiant's courier has been slain in cold blood.
To cover. I've made good time.
I will say this like multi-shot nerf like is really noticeable. Like incredibly noticeable.
Death comes silently. I saw.
Dominating.
So good.
Plenty creatures.
Let him fly. Way ahead of you.
The enemy attacks your top tower.
Nice, I got my revenge.
I see.
Poggers. Dude, these Nature's Prophet ultis
I'll find vengeance anywhere.
really ruining my game here. They're on me bottom. Wow, dude, I did not expect that at all. We had all of our heroes here. That was like such a tricky play from them. This is like, wow, I just did not expect that at all. We just made a play there, had 3 heroes, and they were like somewhat nearby. And they like surprised me. Wow, that's crazy. That's really bad. Really nice rotation from us. Actually a huge deal that he made that rotation. Push mid. I think this is all we can do right now is take the star. Wow. Okay, took off my range drop. Yeah, this game's rough.
Doesn't matter if they see them coming if they can't get out of the way. They cannot track them.
I'm coming towards top. We can maybe fight this with snap ulti.
Good enough. The fierce gust. I don't need to press. The ranger thought he would be puffed up. Quiet now. I follow.
Wait, Puck's on us behind, guys. I mean, you can't abandon your drow, guys. I can't do anything about that. I mean, you can. I'll just die. Really rough. My team did not play around my hero at all there. Okay, game's really rough. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played since the nerfs. This multi-shot nerf is like super noticeable. Like, it's really bad actually. I knew it was like, you know, something, but I did not realize how much.
Fuck him back.
This game's feeling pretty rough.
Your middle tower is defending itself.
But SF just died, which is nice. Yeah, big.
Almost worked on me.
Where'd my Visage go? Going Vlad's XP? Or Drum's XP? That's really bad. Okay, I'm commenting too much.
Dire structures are fortified.
Let's just vibe a little bit.
Your middle tower faces a terrible
And dying's the same level. Okay, that's another comment, sorry.
The enemy's top tower falls to
Killing spree.
Oof.
It crossed my mind. So much for discretion. Keep the body count rising. This way to madness.
We do need to kill Puck, yeah.
Can you def meat, Clock?
Your middle tower is under attack.
Let him fly.
Probably need to go BKB, honestly.
Your middle tower can no longer be saved.
In my sights. Feel the bite of frost.
They get to kill him.
Pass. Covering fire.
Dominating.
A deer path.
I can't connect to that. We don't even have a tier 1.
No use.
Killing spree.
I cover all the angles. They could be near. Stay downwind. To cover. Very well. I don't discriminate. Stay out of the open.
I might actually need to go Yasha BKB.
My bow is drawn.
Feels really bad though.
No prey.
But like, if they go on me with Puck at any point and they just Underlord Ags gate on me, I think I just die. So if I die that easily, then I have to go BKB.
Silent as mist. My sentiments as well. Hip shot. I go in silence.
These are like super discombobulated plays.
I'll find vengeance anywhere.
He's solo.
I'm just gonna keep looking for opportunities.
Feel my agony. Arrows ready.
My copium is that Puck had a super low win rate at 2.
That I mean, kind of. I hide no longer. A silent terror. To cover.
Go find SF maybe. Let's try to avoid mid, guys. No, not play mid.
Forward. Stay out of
Puck's probably near him. They're all here, I think.
Back to silent.
I don't think this is good.
A deliberate step. I know.
Mega kill.
Oh shit, this guys.
Very well. No use waiting so much for the special. I'd hardly
Yeah,
call
scared
it
bro, Buck is around.
I'm dead.
Silence and TP maybe?
It crossed my mind. Your words are unwelcome.
Yeah, I mean, I literally can't do anything. Puck's gonna murder me. I'm pretty sure it's hopeless. I can't play around Puck at all. I honestly think if you have a Nature's Prophet mid against Puck and he solo dies like 2 or 3 times, I actually don't know what to do about that. I'm like coping a little bit because I know I've messed up, but this has been like pretty rough performance from Nature's Prophet. I guess it's like especially doubly bad because he's been ulting my creep waves all game. So I've probably missed like 15 creeps because of his ults.
Your middle tower is under attack.
So he's like simultaneously accelerating the puck and decelerating my game.
Silence speaks.
But that sucks.
I cover all the angles. Violence follows. The deer path. So be it. All spray, no prey. My grief is worthy. To battle. Take the shot.
I think I'm gonna go BKB, Ag, Shadowblade, something like this. I think that's like my best way to scale this game.
Endless ammo. This way.
think we're going pretty fucking late, so. Gonna be a lot of BKB TPing from me here.
Silent as mist. Let him fly. Why cross me?
My BKB is almost certainly gonna be reserved for the Nightfall.
Hip shot. I take the right.
I have bought a BKB so I can farm the map. This isn't a fight BKB.
It'd be nice to get by without it. I follow.
I do not believe that is the game plan, what he's doing.
But
But...
covering fire. Deadly destiny. I don't see your point. Wanna see mine? A barrage of bolts.
Unstoppable.
Just die already.
It may be too late. I might have reacted to my team too many times, but I don't think we can fight them at all.
Stay downwind.
I'm gonna have to hope the enemy like doesn't really catch me on the map very well, and that I can just keep farming.
I see.
Your middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
They cannot track me.
Dying as a blink.
Doesn't matter if they see them coming if they can't get out of the way. Run faster.
This BKB is literally so if puck goes on me on the map, I can keep you out.
Good enough.
That's like all this is for.
Feel my agony. I've made good time.
Dire structures are fortified.
To a point.
I think Shadowblade is after the eggs. I think I need the eggs first.
Tower is under attack.
Pray.
Sparks, your tiny tower is into a skirmish.
Into the
What will
fray.
be the next to fall?
But that gotta have my fun. Agreed.
I don't want to go to that.
I've been here before. They could be near.
Double kill.
This way to magnet hip shot.
Utterly.
No, I just fight like
Is this
fight in
guy
our high
killable
ground and
though?
dodge fights.
Be wary.
Okay.
Way ahead of you. A barrage of
I understand you're frustrated, my dude.
They'll take it as a sign. Fitting target.
Killing
I go
spree.
in silence.
Killing
Your
spree.
middle tower is under attack.
Endless ammo. Yes.
It's definitely a very frustrating game, but my teammates obviously aren't handling it very well.
That which protects also
I explicitly communicated to them that this is a farming BKB
fallen.
and that I'm not fighting with it.
I saw. I don't need to pray.
If I go to those fights, I just die to puck.
A silent terror. Let him fly. Be wary.
I just hope they don't catch me here. I know they're on me.
I'll find vengeance
Nice.
anywhere.
Oh, wait, I didn't drop it.
I go in silence. To battle. Covering fire. To cover.
We can go next if you'd like. That's fine.
Another. A ranger at heart.
Another enjoyable game of Dota 2.
Forward. Unleash hell.
Is under attack.
I've made good time.
It's fine. We can end it. Fine.
I see.
Your bottom tower is
It
under attack.
augments my powers perfectly.
Fixed rosters claimed his mighty
Dominating.
Фри игра вообще. Кто затровит?
Sucks, but it is what it is.
middle tower is under attack.
I think there was a chance that they like threw this game
The radiant
if they like
cliff is
overextended
now
into our
active.
base. But it is what it is.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Do it with flair.
Your middle tower
Not
is
much
under
can be
attack.
done. I've told myself in the past that if my teammates have like clearly given up, I don't really wish to
Tower has fallen.
Monster kill.
I don't really wish to play the game anymore. If it's a farming BKB, what are they supposed to do? They're supposed to farm the map. Like, they're supposed to split up and farm the map just like I am.
Middle barracks are under attack.
But if they're, like, sitting on this high ground with Nature's Prophet dead, Puck's right here, and the other three are right here, and Underlord's over here with an Axe, like, we can't fight them.
Your middle barracks are
Like,
under attack.
when you're losing that badly, and they're S5, and you have a guy dead, and you're losing, like, you can't fight them. Like, that's not a fight. And I communicated that, like, my BKB is so I can farm the map. Oh, shit, what am I doing?
Undisturbed.
I didn't actually mean to leave the base.
At this price, a good bargain.
Console said the report failed?
Under attack.
Looks like we got him.
The line be your middle tower has fallen. Your middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do about the Snapfire. He's not managing his frustration very well.
Your middle
Always
tower
need
has
It is what it is.
Time to move.
protect your ancient or pay the ultimate price.
You found me. One more. Kind
Your ancient demands
of. I
defense.
know. I've been here before.
Ancient is under attack.
They all will remember their faces.
Defend your ancient to the very victory.
I knew this
Did
would
you say your
happen.
biggest legacy is the dead lane theory? Maybe. What was your thought process, reasoning for Ags? I wanted to be able to accelerate my farm on the map and also have an item that like helped my damage in fights. And I wasn't really allowed to show on creep waves that game. Like, as the game goes on, I wasn't going to be allowed to show on creep waves, so I needed to buy an Ags, I think, to clear creep waves. Are avoids working now, or no? Okay, so it added the guy from the previous game, but not the Snapfire. Trant. That randomly flamed in lane that we were winning. And then flamed all game. Okay. Any plans on having a kid? Not particularly, no. Still up in the air, but not anytime soon. It sucks to lose games like this last one, but the game was hard, and when the game's hard and the teammates crumble, there's not really much you can do. How do players like Snap maintain normal behavior score if they lose their cool so easily? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how the system works, but it is what it is. I was just realizing when I was thinking about hitting my PA battle fury timings, and I thought inconsistencies speed up things, then I realized time you're utilizing find different ways, different layers. For me, your timing on your battle fury is a point of feedback. It's not something you should be striving for. What I mean by that is if you're evaluating yourself from game to game on your PA Battle Fury timing, then it's not going to make you a better player. If you focus on things that make your Battle Fury timing faster, then use your Battle Fury timing as feedback for whether or not over the course of a large period of time you are improving at the game. Then that's, you know, in my opinion, the healthy way. If you're using numbers to gauge your success from a game-to-game basis, it's not helping you. I think my void list got updated. Let me check. Yeah. Snapfire support. That move command followed me after I didn't do something. After I did something he didn't like. Okay. Might be a day off for the snap. I mean, you just ask yourself, on a day off, what would you do? We all have our like range of actions, right? So like, is there any period in time where no matter how bad my day is, that I'm going to yell at somebody that I don't agree with and then move command follow them because I'm salty that they didn't listen to me? Is that something I'll ever do in my range of actions? And it's like, well, no. So we all have our like range of, you know, I view our actions as like a toolkit, you know? We have like our toolkit of how we deal with things. So if like I'm having a bad day and I'm really frustrated, potentially angry at one of my teammates, is that in the realm of things I would do? The answer is just no. I mean, the funny thing about that game was like in the past, like maybe I buy BKB and don't say anything and my teammates see BKB, so they expect you to fight. But I've learned this lesson before, so I explicitly communicated, this is a farming BKB, I don't want to fight. Like, that's what I said. I don't think there's any way to more clearly convey that information. And then it's ironic that sometimes you just convey the information and then people just don't hear it, I guess. I don't know. I do have to go in like 3 minutes, so if you guys have any last questions, I'm happy to answer them. I think how you said farming BKB triggered him. Yeah, maybe I could have handled it better when he was blaming me for not going to the team fight. I could have just said something like, Nature's Prophet was dead. I would have just died to Puck. I could have said that instead. I guess it's not good to say that's what I said. That's a bit condescending. That is condescending. It's not a useful way to respond. So I guess I did clearly communicate what I was going to do. And it's okay that he didn't hear it. And now when he's angry at me, it's definitely not good to say, hey man, I already said I'm not fighting. I should say Nature's Prophet was dead and I would just die to Puck. Or I would just get zoned by Puck. I can't fight there. I could say something like that. Yeah, I think that that's a reasonable criticism or critique or whatever. Or observation. I guess you were just more so observing. Any evening plans? Have a work meeting. And then I have a friend that's hanging out here. I've learned that keeping my team happy contributes more to winning games. Yeah, if you're trying to optimize winning an individual game, then I think keeping the team happy is the way to go. If you're trying to optimize like being a better player, I don't think it's the way to go. That's my own personal opinion. KBS Day, did you give your opinion on the final TI game? I talked a little bit about it. It seems like a lot of people want a draft analysis of the finals, so I might do something like that. You even said that I understand that you are frustrated? Yeah, I mean, I did say that. That was good. I'm happy I said that. But that was after being sarcastic, so he's not going to receive that well. I think if I were to run that situation back, if I wanted to say exactly what is in line with like how I would want to handle the situation, when he yells at me for not going to the fight, I would have said that something along the lines of, I didn't want to go to that fight because they were all there, Nature's Prophet was dead, and Puck would zone me from the fight. And I understand it's a frustrating game. I'm trying my best to win here. I'd say something like that. I think that's like the best way I could have handled that. Are you and Collie still together? No, me and Collie broke up like 4 years ago. I'm with my current partner. Her and I have been dating for about 3 years now, and she's the best around. I disagree with your opinion. When you try to keep your team happy, you also get better at keeping people happy. Yeah, and I'm saying that my goal in life is to not keep other people happy. Other people's emotions are not my responsibility. It's my responsibility to be respectful, to communicate well, to be as transparent and honest as possible, and live within my values. I do not take responsibility for how other people react to what I say, but I do take responsibility for how I react to how they react, and that's why I am reflecting on that whole scenario, because I did sarcastically say, I already said this is a farming BKB, so like that is not a respectful thing to say. So I think the most respectful thing I could have done is give a reason why I said no. So say, I didn't want to fight there because Nature's Prophet is dead, and they are all there. And then acknowledge that this game is really frustrating, and that I'm trying my best to win. The Burt Force, thanks for the tier 2 sub. Yeah, it's kind of sad that the stream ends on that note. I appreciate the people who are engaging me in discussion. People that said stuff like, afterwards he probably responded poorly to you saying BKB. Like, I appreciate that kind of stuff. I am purposely trying to take a shift towards responding more to the people who are respectfully communicating, so thank you. And acknowledging you guys much more. I appreciate that. I am still in the Netherlands. I'm trying to stream maybe 2-3 days a week. I've been building a high MMR in-house lobbies, so we'll probably do another one like Friday or Saturday if we can put one together. A place where it's kind of like a escape from pubs where we try to communicate respectfully and play a coordinated game of Dota 2. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, everybody. That's going to be it for today's stream. And I will see you guys later this week, maybe.